So I'm in a multifaceted mood, or multifaceted mood. Multifaceted mood is a better way to say it, though. If you know anything about multi, because I'm a warlock, and sometimes warlocks have to have retribution on others. And in the meantime, yeah, I bought some brand new durians because durians are pretty much the best for ceramic. As far as I'm concerned, they go great with the ceramic bearings because they're smaller than my big blue Kugumas. And but anyway, yeah, I just my rain deck is really dirty, and the pad is the pad that I got on there, guys. That's so my trucks act like $500 trucks, just so a lot of motherfuckers don't know about shit like that. I invented it. Well, bellies were already invented, but they weren't used for that purpose. I figured out a few things about bellies. If you make them big enough, what they'll do is they'll actually augment the quality of your truck. Like I got an Atlas truck, and it acts like some super performance truck because not only is my board high, and I can actually treat it like a super cruiser as long as it is. I don't know. I think it's 46 inches or something. It's crazy. It's a big fucking rain deck. I don't know about that tall, but it's a big deck. I forgot what my dimensions are in this. It's just perfect for me. And what it does is the extra belly and the two side walls that push the belly inward of other gelatin stabilize it. So when my foot sinks down in the belly near the truck, front of the truck, what it does is, and also I got sidewalls I can put my feet on. So I'm just reiterating for people who want to get into this because I'm pretty much the inventor of these dynamics. What it does is it makes your cheaper trucks, the ones that professionals don't like to use, work like professional trucks. And the reason why is because your skateboard's got risers. I got 3 risers on each side. It's a higher board than most people. People would be afraid to high side on my board probably, but you don't have to worry about that. It's a heavy board, so it grounds itself really well. And I do have screws that pop out opposite on the back so my feet stick in. My feet stick in way better with those screws, and I kind of sawed off a few of them low and a couple of them I kept high to make the grip extra good. And I just left these ones because those ones make a little extra weight on the front of my board. See, I like a heavier board because when I'm going down a fucking steep hill, the board will fall into a slide without too much extra pressure from my weight, and which is good because it's grounded weight. It's if you ground, let's say, electricity, so you don't have any issues. It's similar. It's grounded weight, if that makes any fucking sense. It's grounded weight, so the skateboard's gonna feel easier to slide with. Now, does that mean I'm gonna sit there and learn tricks? I doubt that. But anyway, so this video is about retribution, warlock retribution, the things that we have to do sometimes. Regrettable. I mean, somebody fucks me over. I feel like they stole money from me. What can I say? I'm a warlock. I mean, they dug their own grave. A lot of people that think they're warlocks are only about, maybe if they're lucky, 50% of the way there, but they don't know how to do certain things. A warlock has to be able to have the conduit communication skills, and if he doesn't, then he's going to think that somehow or another, whatever entity out there is going to speak in English to talk to him and fuck with him. And no, they don't do that. They don't socialize with us. These higher entities that help warlocks out do not socialize with us. They have some interests. Outcomes are one of their specialties. If they see a human did something, there's this outcome, then from a distance, they're looking at it and they're impressed. Then they help you out. What a warlock does, he does that stuff. So when you're skateboarding, does a warlock get help from skateboarding? Yeah, probably, but it's probably not from the higher entities like that. It's more probably from your what is referred to as in religion as a guardian angel. The guardian angel is only there to try to see if he can keep you alive for a while, or as long as you can. And then sometimes you'll even get help from other entities if he's off duty, because once in a while those guys take lunch breaks. Those fucking bodyguard, those guardian angels, if you want to call them guardian angels, are really they're just protectors. They're not really designed by any format like God and angels and shit like that, but they are there for you. And usually it has to do with your lineage. It builds up through time and can latch on, and eventually various personalities from your lineage have built up, kind of like, speaking of lint, like dust bunnies, they build up, and then all of a sudden they realize, hey, this guy's related to us. Let's see if we can help him. Let's form a help committee, and they just make one entity to do that. That's how that works. They don't do it themselves, but they make one because they're from another. After you die, your energy is different, so they can create their own what do you call it, bodyguard for you. And of course, they're doing it because you're, in a way, you're like family, right? So now warlocks and other higher warlocks, they sometimes can interfere like that too. If they think that you're not being helped properly, they may want to help too. Especially if they like you. Now, of course, warlocks that don't like you generally won't mess with you at all. They're not like, they don't have an evil intent. Usually, it's, they're not interesting. They move on. I mean, that's how it is. Okay, so I'm fucking with this skateboard. I was gonna go out today, but I love how my durians, all I have to do is get down a little low and push up, and all of a sudden the fucking board is sliding already. And I think I really should, and since I'm a contour slider, it looks a lot different because I don't just push my slides in with my back foot like the professionals do. I just kind of fall into it. That's my favorite way to slide. I'm sorry. One of these days I might have to try to at least grab my board. I could probably get down that far just to at least grab my board. But I do like contours. Sliding contour style is the best. It's very, apropos. It doesn't have that excessive stunt quality look to it, but it really works. So that's why I do call myself No Pause Clark, because I slide on a micro scale, and people are amazed that I can get down. If I want to, I can get down any mountain those guys get down that slide a lot. I just have to use my technique. That's it. That's it. This is my technique. But look, if you don't skate, you're not going to be into this. If you don't skate, then you're not going to be into this. Now, if you do skate, and you're just like one of those guys that go and fucking skate a little back and forth from home or to work, commuter skater, man, you ain't really worth my time. You ain't a skater. If you want to come on my channel, you better fucking longboard or, suck a fucking goat's dick. I don't know. I don't want to really deal with people that are just so lame they don't clean their bearings either. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. When you're smaller, you're a little persons are not very good at maintenance most of the time. It's hard to find somebody that is good at maintenance from the day one with their skateboard. And when I say little people, I mean people that are growing in and they get into skating, they don't take care of their skateboards. And another thing, a lot of people are brainwashed to think that those little wheels, those little trick boards, those little fucking skateboard boards are the shit. And really what they're doing is they're just getting whatever their parents will give them. But if they were to get fucking a longboard and get into it, and particularly the maintenance aspects, they'd have a lot more fun. But most people are scared, and they get what I call speed PTSD from going too fast on a skateboard. And that's a good portion of people do that because, they'd rather surf, where if they fall, at least they could just swim out, whatever. But when you skate, and the waves are as big as you want to make them out here on a longboard, this isn't something you wait for, homie. All right. If anything, I'm not a super big fan of Patrick Swayze because he was into ballet, but nonetheless, the guy, not that that's not a talented occupation or anything, but he did play the part that I am playing now, which is, bitch, if you think you can skate better than me, get the fuck out here. Don't fucking act like you can skate if you can't come out here and skate with me. I'll fucking skate down this mountain here. I'll skate anything, especially with somebody else because I love competition. Now, obviously, I could take some bites. I could bite it pretty hard because some of these guys out here are really good, and not only good at skating but sliding good. They're good at sliding long distances and stuff, as well as being good at what their craft is, which is downhill longboard. But nonetheless, I'm still making my challenge known. I got a fucking pain right there. It must be a zit. And the challenge is there. I'm not better than you. Just come out here and prove that you're better than me, and we're good. And I send you on your way. I might even give you let's make a deal. Pick door number 1, 2, or 3, and you have a gift to leave with. Because yes, I do have money. I want to train people to do it my style, but if you want to come out here and say I blow you away on any hill, come on out here and I'll take you up on it. I'm 56. I was only into it 5 months before I could go down any hill if I wanted to. So it's just a message to you guys out there. Just remember, this is a channel that's just about skateboarding. I'm just making my point. If you are a man, you must be able to do things as a man, to call yourself a man, and that doesn't include bar fights. Okay, I'm talking about what are you fucking good at? Is there anything you're good at? And does it involve athletics? If it involves athletics and you're good at it, you got my interests. Okay, because now does it mean I run around watching NBA basketball? Absolutely not. I can't stand that. I don't like basketball. I played it. I didn't realize. I mean, it was fun when I played it, but I didn't like it because it was always back and forth. So I immediately took a dislike, even though I played it for 3 years. I just didn't like going back and forth on my kids all the time. I hated that shit. It bothered me. So I don't like basketball for that reason. It has nothing to do with ethnicity. Football I liked, but it was so rough. I got damaged from it because I used to spike people before you ever heard the word. And, it could probably fuck part of my back up too, my vertebrae. People, because they don't care, they'll just keep, shooting their legs and knees up as high as they can when you try to spike them, hoping that you'll break your neck. So, and of course, the kind of people I played football with back in that day, they were like that. They would dip a live mouse that they caught in kerosene, light it on fire, and set it down the hallway. And that's how a lot of people are. That's why, in a lot of ways, when I try to speak my mind, people will take offense to it because, like, well, I'm like this. It's like, yeah, but I'm not. I'm not like you. I don't light mice on fire and let them run down the hallway dying. And nor would I, because then it's going to go into a little cubby hole and your entire building burn down, you fucking idiot. But you know what I'm saying. Don't burn your bridges. Also, don't burn your bridges. If you do with family, just make sure you alter yourself as you get older. Make sure you use whatever internal aspects of your own self, which and scaffold it outward, so that because when you build things, you don't build inward, you build outward.